And hello everyone, I'm Enly. Today I'm with Mr. Sam, who is the owner of the coconut farm, and the farm is situated near Processable Prikop. Let's go back. Mr. Sam, tell me more about your farm. How many coconut trees here?
Okay, thank you so much for this interview. This farm that I'm in here has more than 5,000 coconut trees, and the variety that we have here is the fragrant coconut tree, which is very popular in Thailand and across Southeast Asia. And this farm, as you can see right now, the waters are running, so we are currently irrigating this coconut plot right here. This irrigation system is powered by solar panels, so it is very environmentally friendly, and it's powered to run an electric motor to pump water from our water source, which is on.
So Mr. Sam, can you tell me more about your coconut farm? Let me ask you, how many coconut trees here?
Okay, so that's a good question. So the total amount of coconut trees here is more than 5,000 trees, and these are all fragrant coconut trees, so that's their variety, and it is a very popular variety in Southeast Asia. As you can tell right now that we are currently irrigating all these the coconut trees here. So the irrigation system is actually run by an environmentally friendly system, which is using solar panel to generate electricity to use the electric motor to pump water from the water source to here, which is about 500 meters. What else would you like to know about this farm?
Can I know when you start planting those coconut trees?
We started planting these coconut trees on the 2nd of November of 2020, I believe, during the US election. So when they were planted, they were about 6 months old. So we had to basically feed this young seedling until they're like 6 months old, where their roots are about this long, which is about, say, 5 centimeters long. Then we start planting them. So yeah, they are really healthy. And apart from that, we're also using I'm also using my dad's system, including irrigation, fertilizers, pesticide, so on and so forth.
For the next question, may I know how many years after plantation will we get the harvest?
That's a good question as well. It really depends, but usually when you really put effort into planting these coconut trees, it will start fruiting around 3 years after plantation, and after 3 years it will start, say, we will start having some amount of fruit, but where it starts to really fruit is at the 5-year mark. So after 5 years, the coconut will start giving around 120 fruit each year.
Mr. Sam, may I ask you a question, that why you chose the coconut tree to be your second plant after durian?
So for you to have a second plant, you must plan ahead. So my future goal is to see these coconut trees grow bigger, and so that we can get yield by 10 years later. Moreover is that I would like to make this place to be a coconut jungle, like a resort where people can come here and drink coconut, as well as rest and see the temples and do some sightseeing around this area.
Yes.
Not just that, currently we can see that there's a lot of demand with coconut and not enough supply. So 10 years later, you would ask that, oh, wouldn't the supply and demand change? But this is not the case. the population in Cambodia is increasing, and the weather is getting hotter, and the demand for people to drink coconut will increase. Therefore, I chose to plant coconut. And more than that is that there are different variety of coconut. So right now, all I have is fragrant coconut, but there are also other type of coconut where you can make cosmetics and into coconut oil and all other types of product. Let's look at the durian tree to your right here. Here you can see, you might ask, oh, why is there, burning and rusting at the end of these leaves?
Yes.
This happens because right now is, as you can, it's sort of like a winter, but it's not winter. It's like autumn in Cambodia.
Yes.
So it's windy and it is windy and hot.
Yes.
So therefore, you can see that there's some rusting, but this is usually due to sunburn. But if you
Okay.
look on top here, is that all the new growing leaves are green and they are really healthy. And this tree is more than a year old,
Okay.
more or less about a year old. And what other question do you have for me?
I think that is all, and thank you, Mr. Sam, for the interview, and thank you, guys. ជំរាបលា